PAW Patrol's Fire Rescue has released all of its episodes, and we'll discuss and review each one today. We have the first one, Pup Saved the Big Barbecue. This episode focuses on the PAW Patrol's Fire Rescue being created, and the team then going on various fire-centric rescues. I enjoyed this one quite a bit. It felt less fast-paced and formulaic than usual, which I like. I also really admired the lighting throughout this episode. I don't know if this was an intentional choice or not, but so many shots were lit in such a pleasantly bright way. The main rescue segment was also quite entertaining. In it, the pups performed many different rescues, and each of them felt well-paced and never dragged on, at least for me. Now, some more minor moments I enjoyed. I liked the montage quite a lot, and how it showed the pups doing fire safety work in many different locations of Adventure Bay. Seeing all the references to past episodes on the shelf in the town hall storage room made me happy. And the pups playing with each other and just chilling in the fire HQ was absolutely adorable. That scene in particular was a very fun and cute one. This episode will get an 8.5 out of 10 from me. Next, Pup Save Lizzie's Lemonade Blaze. The lemonade stand is having its grand reopening under Lizzie's ownership. But when Mayor Humdinger steals the cup, his ignorance leads to many fires all around the area. First of all, we get a new character, Lizzie. As you heard, she's the lemonade stand's new owner. She reminds me a lot of the characters from Strawberry Shortcake, from her design to her personality and occupation, and I like that a lot. She also has a limb difference. I appreciate that they do talk about it without making it a big deal.
Oh, chickums, it's not polite to stare.
That's okay, Mayor Goodway. Your chicken is right. My arm is different. I have a limb difference, but I can still do anything anyone else can do.
Overall, I think she is a delightful character and the perfect fit to run the lemonade stand. Then there's the lemonade stand itself. We've seen it a lot over the series, but now it's finally a truly established and complete location. We got to see the inside of it, and it looks amazing. I love the retro diner look of it. I'm also happy that they brought back the cup, because it really was the most iconic part of the stand. While it's been redesigned a fair bit, with it now having blown parts and a built-in projector, it still excites me just as much. Mayor Humdinger was the villain of this episode, and while he usually is fairly annoying, I thought he was pretty amusing here. Most of his bits made me chuckle, especially the part with the turbines. Overall, he was surprisingly entertaining. We also saw a new part of Foggy Bottom, which I thought was nice. I always like it when we get to see beyond his lair. Overall, I enjoyed this episode quite a bit. It will be getting an 8 out of 10 from me. Then there's Pup Save the Flamin' Flounder. Ryder and the pups must help out the Turbot cousins when fires blaze in the lighthouse and on the Flounder. How the predicament begins feels a bit more believable than most we see. Francois's pants catch on fire from a lantern held too close to it, and those flames spread onto some other items nearby. That seems like a pretty realistic situation. As they evacuate the lighthouse, the wind blows the trousers onto the door to the beneath of the Flounder and shuts it. A bit more far-fetched, but still far more ridiculous things have happened. As for the rescue itself, I thought it was quite an engaging one. Since the Turbots were the only ones really affected in this mission, most of the chaos that would usually occur in these situations didn't. Because of that, I think this episode felt a bit more serious, contained, and calmer, while still being high stakes and having action. Then, a smaller moment I enjoyed was Rebel and Marshall doing chores and laundry together. I just love seeing two pups be with each other, talking and having fun, as it lets us see the relationship between them grow. Overall, this one is a 6.5 out of 10. And if you've enjoyed so far, Marshall would like it if you'd like the video and subscribe. After that, we've got Pups Make the News. During a news report with the mayor, Chickaletta knocks down some lights and causes many fires. Of course, the PAW Patrol comes to the rescue. This rescue is set in a new part of Adventure Bay we haven't seen before, and I like it a lot. It's quite detailed and looks very pleasing to me. This episode focused a fair bit around Chickaletta, and I just thought that was pretty funny. Even at the beginning, there's a bit that pokes fun at how obsessed Mayor Goodway is with Chickaletta.
Oh, but shouldn't there be another chair for Chickaletta? After all, this chicken has a lot to say. Just kidding. Chicoletta can do her part of the interview from my lap.
A part I thought was cute was Rebel's pretend news report with Ryder. I didn't care too much for Rebel himself there, but I found Rocky being there and playing alongside him was adorable. Although I did think Rebel breaking the fourth wall and announcing the call was quite humorous. Then the rescue in this episode was pretty nice. Nothing particularly remarkable happened, but that segment as a whole was pretty entertaining and engaging to me. This episode gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Now we have Pup Save a Baby Goat Birthday. When a mishap with a birthday cake causes fires around Yumi and Elle's farm, the fire rescue team must stop in to save the day. The scene at the beginning with Marshall, Rebel, and Rocky making a cake was pretty cute. I especially liked Rocky holding the piping bag with his paws.
I baked it, and Rocky's decorating. All it needs is a dash of blue frosting for water cannon action.
We also got to meet Bonnie, the farmer's new goat. She's turning 1 year old this episode and she's very adorable. Though besides those, this episode wasn't all that interesting to me. There just wasn't much that happened that seemed very notable. Overall, I'll rate it a 5.5 out of 10. Then Pup Save a S'more Emergency. When Mayor Humdinger's attempt to create the world's largest s'more turns into a blazing catastrophe, the PAW Patrol, of course, is called to the scene. At the start, Marshall is teaching a little fire safety lesson, and Rebel and Rocky are assisting by acting out a scenario. I just thought that it was pretty cute. When Marshall asks for any questions the attendees may have, Mayor Humdinger replies,
"Yeah, can we go now?"
and runs out of the building. That was something that amused me quite a lot, as it was just so spontaneous and random. Another moment I thought was funny was the kittens climbing up a tree after Mayor Humdinger refuses to share his s'more with them.
I don't want to share my giant s'more with anybody. Or any kitty. Oh, please, stop being so sensitive.
Later on, I also enjoyed that we got a little peek at their different personalities when Marshall is helping them get off the tree. Chase Kitty shows to be a bit more bold than the others, being the first to accept Marshall's help despite him and the others being afraid. Marshall Kitty was shown to be more timid, being the last to get down from the tree. I like it when we see them have individual personalities rather than be carbon copies of one another. Outside of what I've mentioned, the rest of the episode was fairly plain. While there were some memorable moments, the main parts weren't the most noteworthy. Overall, it's a 6 out of 10 in my eyes. Anyways, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to check out that one right there, and as always, I'll see you next time.